Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for joining the Run Your Day podcast. My name is Dan Hafner. Today's topic, inside of the theme of the X Factor week, is this: standing out in a world of boring. Thank you very much for joining. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show.
Welcome to the Run Your Day podcast, where our goal is to expand your focus and perspective on life. This is your daily dose of motivation, mindfulness, and so much more. And now, here to help you take your day back, your host, Dan Hafner.
All right, everyone. Thank you very much again for joining. Today's topic, standing out in a world of boring. So, inside of this topic, what I'm trying to talk about is the saturation of markets, right? The world is not a boring place. It is a very exciting place. It's a very dark place. It's a very light-filled place. It's a whole bunch of things. The world is the world. Inside of this topic, the X Factor theme of the week, how do you stand out in a world of saturation and monotony? If you're in a business, how do you get to a point or get your business to a point where you stand out from the crowd, where you're not just another ad that goes by on Facebook that gets scrolled past? How do you get to a point where you can actually catch someone's eye, capture their interest, and learn to dance with them? Marketing and advertising are not just themes of repetitiveness and monotony. They are attention grabbing. They are emotion grabbing. Whatever it takes to get that, make that an emotional connection and to really grab a hold of that. And it's not just in business. How can you do this in your relationship? How can you stand out as a man or as a woman in a world of the same old, same old? If you're single, and you're trying to find someone, I don't care if you're using an online dating site or you're just trying to go out and meet people, how do you get to a point where you can stand out and really find that person that deserves to be, that you deserve and deserves to be with you? I also wanted to talk about how information in this day and age can be a form of sedation. So sedation is, when you sedate an animal, you're putting them down, you're putting them to sleep into a mode of inactivity, into a mode of just calmness, and I shouldn't say calmness, but, really of that, of just absent-mindedness and just sedation. So in this world today, there's just tons and tons and tons of information on literally anything you can find, right? That information can be sedation in a form. How much time do you spend scrolling through Facebook every day? Be honest with yourself. What about Twitter, Instagram, whatever other social networks are out there, Tumblr? How much time do you really spend on Facebook? I challenge you to actually, track that. I believe there are apps out there that will help you track that. Because what benefit are you getting from that? I know several people, whenever I see them and they're not doing something actively with their hands, they're on their phone looking at Facebook. What purpose is that serving in your life? How does looking up the latest recipe or what Johnny did last weekend help you to reach your goals and give you more time in the day to actually work towards what you're trying to work towards? It doesn't. It takes away from it. You are not standing out. You are blending in the world of boring. Well, look around. Go people watch for a day. See how many people walk around, even outside, with their heads in their phones. It's unbelievable. It is absolutely unbelievable. So in this sense, if you are putting information out there into the world that is another form of sedation, you are not going to get the results that you are seeking. If you are putting out, if you go to a bar and you're looking to meet someone, if you're putting out this vibe that you are just another person and another, you're just a normal person that just doesn't do anything special, you're not going to get special results. You're not going to meet a special someone unless you're absolutely incredibly lucky. Like, you should probably play the lottery. So it's this concept of capturing attention, not being just another face in the crowd. You are not another face in the crowd. You are better than that. I don't know who you are, but you are better than that. If you listen to this show and you keep listening to this show, I know at least one thing about you. I know that you are not a normal thinker, whether you think so or not. I know that you either you saw the title of this show or you've listened to a couple episodes and you resonate with the things that I'm saying every day. Because what I'm trying to say every day it's a different topic, but it's almost the same thing. It's how to think differently. It's how to stand out. It's all inside of this topic here. So capture attention. Don't be afraid to capture attention. We talked about this in the last episode with being different and weird. Don't fear to be different. Like, this has taken me a long time to overcome in my own life. Like, I've always tried to fit in. I've always been scared of being different. And it's hard. It's hard to step out of that comfort zone. I know. I still do it. I still struggle with it. But there is no growth outside of your comfort zone. There's absolutely no growth inside of the comfort zone. I think I said that backwards. Yes. There is no growth inside of your comfort zone at all. You will never grow. You will never expand. You won't become any more than you are today if you're not willing to step out a little bit and to try new things, to shake things up, be a little bit of a maverick. We get into these routines in our lives, our daily routines, our daily rhythms, and we settle into those things. And they might be positive, they might be constructive for you. But take a look at all of them. I recently did this, and I realized that I even still have habits that are not constructive. They're really not. Like, whether I, still continue to look at my phone when I wake up, whether I, when I do things around the house, I'm not doing them to my full abilities. I'm just kind of half-assing stuff. There's a whole bunch of different routines and habits that I have that are still not constructive. And it's boring. It's about time that I need to shake things up and do things a little bit differently. It was Albert Einstein that said insanity, or the definition of insanity, is doing the same thing over and over and expecting the same result. And this could not be more true in anyone's life than me. I have expected a ton of different results. I've done pretty much the same thing over and over and expected things to change. And for the longest time, I was like tweaking. I thought I was tweaking little things, changing things up, and it turned out I was really doing the same thing over and over. And I was expecting something different to happen. I was the definition of insane, according to Albert Einstein. I really was. That's why I've learned that when I recognize that I'm in that routine, in that habit, that I need to break out of it. And it's not, it does take a while, but sometimes it does require just a massive break of that routine. Doing something almost drastic to break your mind out of that. Like you can do this in a fitness routine, right? It's all about keeping your body guessing, keeping your body on edge with regards to what it's doing for that day in that workout. That's how you get in really, really good shape. That's what all these, high intensity interval workouts are about. They're about shaking up the routine, making your body do different things that it's not used to doing, and adapting to it as it goes. So how do you stand out in a world of boring? Think about this today. What can you do inside of your fitness, inside of your relationship, inside of your career or business to stand out, to differentiate, and to connect more deeply with your desired party, whether it's a customer, whether it's your spouse, your kids? How can you stand out? So that's going to be all for today's show. Thank you very much for joining. I really appreciate you guys. We will hit you back tomorrow with another episode. Until then, run your day. Run your day, baby. Get after it today. Thank you very much.
Thank you for listening to the Run Your Day podcast. We hope you enjoyed today's show. If you did, feel free to share today's show with friends and family. Until next time, have a great day.